Hello and welcome back for another tutorial from the Paint Couture creative team. My name is Latasha and I'm going to show you how I took this thrifted cabinet we paid $5 for and turned it into a marvelous masterpiece. We started off by giving her a good clean and a scuff sand, and then we primed her from top to bottom, making sure to get in all those nooks and crannies because this piece definitely would have bled. We coated her about 2 times. And then we took our pitch black Paint Couture paint and we covered the piece from top to bottom 3 times. Again, making sure to get in all those nooks and crannies as this piece does have some details on it. Once that was complete, we grabbed our Whimsykel decoupage paper and decided how we wanted to place it on the drawers. We took our measuring tape and we measured from front to back and then left to right. Here are the measurements. We took those measurements and our measuring tape and drew a few guidelines that we could use to cut the pieces out. I do recommend using a pencil, but I did not have one handy, so we used a pen, as you can see. I wasn't really going for perfection as they were going to be tucked inside, but it ended up working out really well. I repeated that action for the front to back lines. Marking along the edge as well as the side. And then we cut our rectangular piece out. As you can see here, it's perfect. And then we use it as a guide for our next piece after I made sure that all of those little book slats were the same size. Because sometimes they can vary. One may be a little longer or shorter. So be sure to check. But ours were all the same, so I went ahead and made 3 identical size pieces. Had only a little bit left, so it worked out pretty well. And this is such a pretty paper. I wasn't sure it would work out. I thought maybe it's a little bit too crazy, but it really looks really nice with the black and white stripes. It's really pretty, really unique. I then took our spray Gorilla Glue and some adhesive, wallpaper adhesive. I sprayed it all over the piece and my piece, and I applied the decoupage inside. I used some plastic wrap and I spread on the wallpaper glue. Just got everything pretty tacky, really stuck down, and then used that plastic wrap to smooth everything out, just so I wouldn't tear it with my hands and then it wouldn't stick to my hands. Here you see me using it to smooth it out. Spraying a little bit more glue to make sure everything's down really well. When I was satisfied, I went on to the next. Repeated the same process. And I did this all in a day. I've been taking a few classes, so I really didn't have as much time as I would like to. But that does go to show you can make a complete transformation in just a day. I used our Extreme Guard in Flat followed by satin. I didn't show that part. And then I just went in with some scissors and got rid of the excess parts of the decoupage paper and fit it into those corners. Repeat the process on every single book slat. I wasn't sure at first if I wanted to wrap the paper under, so I did cut it slightly longer just in case because I wasn't sure, and I'm glad I did. Then I took the gold paint in Pale Gold by Paint Couture and a little chip brush, and I used it to dry brush it on the high points of our bookcase. I feel like this will offset the wildness of the flowers. It'll kind of just bring it down and mature the piece a little bit. So I just dry brushed it along the sides. I'm going to go for a glamorous, whimsical piece. Just dipping my brush just slightly into the paint. It's very pigmented. I really like this. It went on very easy, very creamy, and did not use much at all. It was perfect for dry brushing. I decided that I really wanted to lay it on pretty thick and go around the entire edge of the piece. I wasn't really sure at first, but as I put it on, I really liked what I saw, so I just kept going with it. I did not have a plan for this piece. I do tend to use stripes if I'm feeling like something needs a little zhuzhing up. And when I got to this point, I felt like, it's cute, but it definitely still needs a little something extra. So my stripes, they never fail me. Went ahead and got some plain tape and used a little guide tape. Move that up and down my previous tape and just use that to provide enough space for the next piece. Keep it as even as possible, but it is what it is. You can see already, like I saw when I put the tape on, I'm like, I'm gonna like what this looks like, so I just like the way it pops against the gold with the contrast of the bright paper with the flowers. I think it's just a really cool touch. I then sealed over it with the Extreme Guard again. I repeated the step on the top and the other side as well. Sealing over it again. And then I did quickly go over it with like a beige grayish paint. I will put the colors beneath. I did that about 2 times. And then I took the tape off to reveal the stripes, and they were pretty close to the tape color, and I did that on purpose, and look, there it is. I love her, and literally it took a few hours. I really had to work hard to get this piece done, and I like how simple it is, yet it's just so cute. That paper really just pops against that dark paint, and the white contrast and the gold is just gorgeous. It's mature, it's fun. She's adorable, and I hope you love her. Thanks for watching. And would you do this? I don't know. I like it if it's with my style, but I'm not sure if it's everybody's, but I think it's fun and gives us something different to look at. Again, thanks for watching, and I hope everyone has a wonderful day. Bye.